Pilates mini ball class this morning. Okay, so let's get up in our posture. So just look down at your feet and make sure your feet and ankles are in line with your second and third toe are in line with your patella. And then coming up through your hip bones, a nice little core connection through the center, and then taking your shoulders up, drop them back, and then take them down. And again, so lift up, roll them back, and take them down. Just lift up the arms nice and slowly. Open out through the scaps. Come in and draw down. So make sure your feet are hip distance apart. So bracing the abdominals as we always do. So up into a frontal raise, squeeze back through the scaps, in and close. Now sit back into a slow squat. Down and lift. And again, so down into those heels and lift. One more time. Let's put that together. So go back to the arms. So we're going to go up. So it's a nice slow count for 2. Squeeze through and down. Now sit back. So squeeze, sitting down into those heels and lift. And again, so up and open, come in and through. Now sit back. Tilt the pelvis, yeah? Let's do that one more time. So as you come down into that squat, I'm going to show you sideways. So you're going to do a nice deep squat and in and up. Lovely. Come up onto the balls of your feet, lift the arms and circle round. And again, calf raise. Lift up, circle round and down. We're going to add in a squat on the next one. So into that calf raise. Rainbow the arms around and sit back into a squat. Yeah, and again, so we're going to lift up, lift the ribs, the shoulders, rainbow the arms around and then go into a little squat. Okay, guys, just open out the chest. We really want to mobilize the spine, especially if we've done a lot of sitting down over the weekend. So bringing the back of the hands together, float and open the chest. And again, float through and open through the chest. One more time, float through and open. Let's rainbow over the top. So bring the right arm over to the left and then the left arm over to the right. And again, so up and over to your right. Okay, let's put that little sequence together. So bring the arms forward, back of the hands, ripple forward and open out through the chest. And again, ripple forward. Now bring the arm over into your rainbow. So rainbow over and through, other side, over and through. One more time. Okay. All right, let's go from the very top. So let's take the arms down and through. Let's float them forward, so nice and slow. Squeeze back through the scaps, come in and down. Lovely, slow squat back. Down and through. Now again with the arms, so up into that scapular retraction, working those posterior deltoids, in and through, and then one squat. Okay, give me a calf raise and roll the arms around. So up and rainbow the arms around. And again, so lift up and take the arms all the way around. Open the arms and ripple forward, bringing the back of the hands together and cross. And again, back of the hands together and cross. Lift up over the top and then over to the other side. Up and over and through. One more time. And then take it over to your left, over to your right arm. Okay. Take the arms down at the side of you. Just going to work in through to the lower body. So give me an abduction through the right leg. So for 3. So we're going to do 1 and again. Float the arm away, 2, and again, now sit back into a little squat. That's it. Now let's go over to the other side. So I'm going to go up and through, and again, lovely, slow, controlled movements, yeah? This is our first, and then 1 squat. Let's do that again. So it's 3 repeaters. 1, keep those shoulders down. Nice core connection around the center. Okay, now sit back. Lovely. Let's do 3 on the other side. Now this may feel just enough for you because before we go into the hip extension, if your back is feeling stiff, you may not want to come up too far. Back extension, opposite arm. So hip extension, 1 and 2, if I show you sideways, and 3. Lovely, sit back into a squat. And then onto the other side. 3 hip extensions, 1, and again, 2, and again, 3, and then give me 1 squat. Lovely, guys. Circle the arms back, okay, and through. And again, lifting up and lower down. Dropping your head, neck and shoulders, and roll all the way down to the floor, as low as you can, and then inhale, exhale, and then bringing it back up and through. Okay, up to the top and through, and then take the arms up with you. Breathe in and breathe out. And again, let's do another roll down. So roll it down, head, neck and shoulders, bend in the knees. Inhale, exhale, and then take it up to the top. And then float the arms up with you. Breathe in and as well. So core connection, shoulders back and down, standing up really tall and proud, okay? So this little workout today is really about re-energizing and remobilizing some weak areas. So let's start from the top. So lift and open, come in and through. Give me a slow squat back. Down and lift. Let's do that again. So up and open, and then in and through, and then 1 little deep squat back. Now into a calf raise. So lift up and circle the arms around. Now sit the pelvis back, put the weight through those heels. And again, so lifting up, circle the arms around, and then push back, weight down into the heels. Open out the arms, and now ripple forward, back of the hands together, and open back. And again, ripple forward. Now rainbow over the top. So we go over the top. Lovely, guys. I can see you in the monitor. Well done. It's so good to see you all working out with me. And again. Okay, let's go to 3 abductions onto the right. So lateral abduction, 1 and 2 and 3. Lovely. Sit back into a squat. Excellent. And then the other side. Remember, keep the shoulder down and relaxed, yeah? 2 and then 3. Give me a squat down. Let's go back into the hip extension. 3 on the right, opposite arm. 1. Move a little bit forward. I'm going to trip over my mat. 2 and 3. Give me a squat. So sit back nice and deep. And then onto the other side. 1 and 2 and 3. Lovely, guys. Give me a squat. Okay. We're taking your head, neck and shoulders and roll all the way down. Rolling through to the bottom. Remember what we do in Fitness Pilates. Bend the knees, control the core. Then from here, as we roll up, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing it all the way to the top. And then bring your arms up with you. And then from that position, if this feels good, lengthen away and then stretch back. Okay, and then up to the top. Let's roll down together. So you do what's right for you. This is about mobilizing the spine all the way down and through. Lovely. Inhale, exhale, and then rolling it up. Lovely, guys. Lovely. Up to the top. Taking the arms back. If this feels good, then go back into your extension. Okay, and through and down. Knees in line with the hips. Hands, fingers spread open, down. Okay, I'm going to take my right arm over to my left shoulder, but nothing else is going to move in the body. Yeah, nothing is moving. Even though I'm looking at the camera, my head needs to be in line with my spine. Yeah, head in line with my spine. So neck, an extension of the spine. Okay, and then one more. Now go into an arm extension. So you're going to lift up and lower. And the other side, lift and lower. I'm only popping my head up just to make sure I see you on the monitor. Well done. I can see you guys. Well done, Fiona, Becky, and Sue. And now into a lateral abduction. Up and through. You tend to change. Where my monitor is, you tend to change. So sometimes I've got a little group of you and then you move around. Up and through. And then last time, abduction. So really get into those posterior delts. Okay, I'm going to place the ball under the left knee. Okay, and I'll show you sideways. Under the left knee, and the foot comes away from the floor. Yeah, so it's not here, the foot is away from the floor. So I'm creating the balance of my weight between both knees. So I don't want you pushing your weight onto the knee without the ball. I want the weight distributed on both, okay? On both knees. So hopefully you've got that. Now the harder your ball is, the more difficult it will be. Okay, so same thing, cross and through, and cross and through. Okay, give me an arm extension. Don't allow the weight to change on the ball. Yeah, the ball, both knees are equal in your body weight, and really then go into your lateral abduction. So you're really thinking about pushing your weight down into the ball and also into your right knee. Hold it there, guys. Take it over to the other side. Now, as we always know, in Fitness Pilates, we have weaker areas. So you may find it's weaker on this side than it is on the other. Okay, let's start off with the left hand. So over and through. And again, over and through. Now we're going to that arm extension. So begin with the left, okay, and then over onto the right. Okay, and now into a lateral abduction. Away to the side, really squeeze back through the shoulders. This is a tough one, up and through and back. Both knees onto the ball. All right, now this is a tough one. So same thing, feet away. See, my feet are away from the ball. Okay, from here, from the mat, over and down. Now this is a real core challenge, really hard. And if you find that it's too difficult, then just take the ball away and then go back to one side. Now for the tough one. Over, oh, and the other side, over. Oh, one side's definitely not working as good as the other one. Okay, guys, come off your ball. Push it just between your knees. Sit back into child's pose. So sit back and through. Okay, lovely. Let's come up into a seated position. Okay, so seated position and the ball between the knees. Okay, so ball between the knees. So sitting upright. So coccyx sacroiliac joints, I want you to think where they fuse together, the joints at the base of the spine. It's almost like you're separating them, yeah? So there's going to be a space. So you've got that feeling of when we talk about lifting the ribs and really lifting up nice and tall, yeah? So that's your position. To begin with, let's take the arms away, connect through the ball, squeeze the ball, don't let it go, all right? From there, we're going to tilt back into that half roll back and lift up, okay? And again, so come through. Now this may feel just enough for you today, yeah? I'm going to show you sideways. So up, nice and tall, sit back, tilt back, through, and then up to the top, yeah? Remember, squeezing the ball. Don't let the ball go. And then up to the top. All right, one more time. Now, if this feels good for you today, then we can make it a little bit harder. So, taking the hands at the side of the head and then come back and lift. Yeah. Now, if you feel that anything is compromising here and you're going into this position or you're losing your feet away from the floor, then you've done enough, yeah? So you'll go back or you can take your arms back away. Okay, so back and through. Okay, let's add in some rotation. So I'm making the core work harder. We've got a limited amount of time to work out. I bring you on quite quickly. So if you need to, make your choices. I'm not with you, so you need to make your choices. But I can offer you as many modifications as I can. Okay, one more time. Now, keeping the elbows wide, sweep it open, and then look to the elbow, looking over and through. Take the arms up, yeah? Cross them over at the top, yeah? As in like a cross position, cross from here. And then from here, squeeze the ball, and I'm gonna come down and through to your right side, up to the top, and then down and through to your left side. So keeping the arms close to the head. So you're not doing this, yeah? Not this. Up, and then come down and through. And again, yeah, so lift tall, inhale, exhale, and then down and through, and then up to the top. And again, down and through, and up to the top. Lovely. Guys, just release the arms down, roll back the shoulders. That's it, lovely. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to come into a lay-in position. I'm going to bring my mat a little bit further round. Bring yourself to the corner of your mat, yeah? Just bring yourself into the corner, sit up nice and tall, take the arms away with you. I'm going to roll it back, so we'll roll back together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're down. Okay, bring the feet in towards the glutes. Arms stay down onto the mat. Okay, we're going to tilt the pelvis, and then we're going to come up here. So we're going to tilt the pelvis, and then we're going to rock it up and come up as high as you can into that bridge position. Yeah, again, still squeezing the ball. And then we're going to come rolling it back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, until we come down and through. And again, so tilt the pelvis, push, lift up into your bridge position, relaxing through. So you're onto the cervical part of the spine and shoulders. Inhale, exhale, and then roll it down vertebrae by vertebrae until you reach the bottom. Okay, and again, tilt the pelvis, rolling it up, squeezing it up to the top, and then come down and through. Okay, one more time. I'm going to bring in an arm sequence. So tilt the pelvis, lift it up, yeah? Keep it up there. Okay, now just lift the right arm and then lift the left arm. Take the right arm down and take the left arm down. And now vertebrae by vertebrae start to lower down until the coccyx and sacrum reaches down on the mat, and then you're there. Reconnect with the ball, squeeze the ball before we go again. Tilt the pelvis, rolling up and through, squeezing up the top, holding it there, lifting up through the right arm, lifting up through the left arm, draw down on the right and draw down on the left. Lovely, guys, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let's bring it down with control, yeah? With control, all the way down, through to the bottom and down. Okay, let's remove the ball from the knees and place it between the ankles. Yeah, so remove from the knees, place between the ankles. And then taking the legs up nice and tall towards the ceiling. And I'm going to ask you to make some circles, yeah? So take the arms down at the side of you and then make some circles. Now, if this feels too much, you make the circle as large or as small as you want to. But if this feels too much, bend the knees. Yeah, so do it through bending of the knees, up to you. And now go onto the other way. So if you're doing anti-clockwise, then go into clockwise and vice versa. Down and through. Okay, last two. 1, release that down, and 2, and release that down. Lovely. Guys, from here, just bring the knees into the chest, bring the arms over, and then just hug the ball, hug your knees, sorry. Okay. Hold that there a moment, and just relax in your mind, and release. Take the ball away, okay? Pop the feet down, tilt the pelvis back to bridge, and just place the ball just at the base of the spine. Yeah, remember we talked about the sacroiliac joint, the coccyx sacrum, just somewhere around the bottom. Okay, from that position, arms down at the side of you. All right, I'm going to come into a tabletop. I'm going to come up on my right and then up on my left. So I'm up into a tabletop position. Okay, I'm going to tap down. So I'm going to tap down on the right and then up. Okay, and then down on the left and up. Now, to make it a little bit harder, peel away the arms, yeah? So peel away the forearms from the mat. Okay, all right. Now, to make that a little bit harder, we can cross the chest. Yeah, so we go over, so ball, maybe, and it's good. I want you to feel wobbly. That's what I want. When we feel wobbly, we're recruiting more of the deeper core muscles, yeah? The global muscles, here we go. So crossing down and through and in. Okay, let me go a little bit harder. So we're going to take the arms away from me. Again, there's your wobble. Okay, and we're going to work in opposites. We're going to go back on the right arm and tap down on the left leg. So I'm going to go back and in and back and through. Yeah, and again, tap it back and in. And remember, it's not a bicycle. Yeah, I can see some of you doing that and that. Yeah, it's not this position. Remember the dead bug, and then tap it back, opposite to opposite. Yeah, and the other side, opposite to opposite. Okay, if you want to make that a little bit harder, go into a leg extension and back to tabletop. Leg extension. Lovely, guys, well done. Into that leg extension, back into tabletop. Last time, leg extension and back to tabletop. Bring those knees in and squeeze them in towards your chest. Hopefully that little workout has made you feel a lot better today. So let's place our feet just down onto the mat, tilt back up into your bridge, remove the ball away, okay? Then vertebrae by vertebrae, let's come down onto the mat all the way through. Cross one ankle over the knee, yeah, so opposite knee. So I'm in a figure of 4. From here, I'm going to push my arms through, tuck through, and lift up. Okay, now if you want to, you can bring your head and shoulders away from the floor, or just keep them down in that position. You've got a lovely stretch into the gluteal. So your figure of 4 stretch. Yeah. And then change that over the other side. Again, taking your hands through, and you may need to bring it in closer, or you may have the strength in your own legs to bring that thigh in. Okay, so focusing on the stretch, focusing right the way down into that glute. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, drop the foot down onto the mat, keeping my leg crossed over. Open out the arms. I want to do a QL stretch. So I'm going to come over towards you, you towards me. Yes, I'm dropping over. Center midline, so head to the center and up and through. So I'm feeling it just into the side area of my lower back, into the QL, quadratus lumborum. And this can become really tight, especially when we're doing a lot of sitting. And if those of you are working from home, a lot of computer work. It's a lovely stretch. Bring it up to the top. Change that over. And then over we go to the other side. So stretching it over. And then up to the center. Well done, guys. Bring those knees in, hug them really tight. Inhale, exhale. We're going to roll up to seated. 3, 2, 1. And then we roll up to seated. Excellent. Guys, just take your legs down, open nice and wide. Just got a couple of minutes left. Okay, stand sit up nice and tall. Place your right hand down and lift over into a lovely side reach. And then down and through, and then over to the other side. Okay, and if you want to come down a little bit lower, bringing the forearm down, and then lift up and over. And then up to the top, over we go, forearm down, and then lift up and over. Into the center, guys. Bring your arms forward and reach to me. Reach in, lovely spine stretch. Feeling the stretch as well, just on the inside of the thighs.